All right, well, now we're going to move on to today's Community in Focus. Now, big things are happening out at John A. Logan College. We've been telling you about it all week, and in fact, we've been telling you about it for months. Well, now here to talk about it is President of John A. Logan. We've got Dr. Kirk Overstreet with us today. Dr. Overstreet, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We love having you on.
Awesome.
And there's so much happening on campus. I mean, the interview would be an hour long if we talked about everything that you're doing.
It would take us a lot longer than just a few minutes. Yeah, for sure.
Well, do you care to hit some of the highlights that are happening with the construction?
Yeah, actually, we're really moving very, very far along on our CTE project, which is in the back of the campus. We're putting in brand new welding manufacturing.
Yes.
Brand new building, and then rehabbing two parts of our existing buildings for our new auto tech and auto body, and then also for our HVAC and manufacturing. So those are going along great. They are they'll be projected to be done in December of next year.
Okay.
This year. So they'll be done in December of this year. Then we're doing a lot of stuff on the interior. We've done a lot of rehab and a lot of work on just really freshening up and modernizing.
Okay.
So those in the neighborhood who went to Logan and remember coming down the hallway and would have seen John A. Logan's logo and head on the carpet in the center.
Yes, yeah.
We used to call it the Logan head, and that's how you knew to get around.
Okay.
So that whole area has been rehabbed.
Really?
We have brand new flooring, brand new lighting, brand new walls, brand new everything. And we have a really cool signature from John A. Logan College, or from John A. Logan,
yeah,
on the wall. And then it's an oval-shaped area where people can come together and they can study. And then we have a brand new microbiology lab there, and a microbiology study lab there.
Okay.
So all of that's been happening,
Wow.
and that's done. And then we have our West End construction. So what will become Logan Hall. Mm-hmm. We've had a little bit of a setback. There's been a lot of construction. Some of the building prints from the 1970s were a little bit different from what we found.
Oh.
And so we've had a little setback in timing. But when the West End is done, and we will have that groundbreaking sometime in 27, the front entrance of John A. Logan will be completely different. It'll be brand new and refreshed. I think since last time you and I talked, our baseball facility finished.
Yes,
we have a brand new baseball facility
and that place,
baseball
that looks
softball.
great.
It's
Wow.
It's a blast to be in there. So a lot of that's going on, and a lot of other construction. We've got a brand new third floor of our B building, our communications building. Mm-hmm. We're moving all of our nursing and allied health to that building, and so there's a third floor that we're going to refinish, and that will be the hub for all of our allied health and nursing program. And that's a congressionally supported dollars that we got from Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin.
Nice.
So that money is coming directly from them, and we have some money that we're putting in, of course, but it'll help us do that.
I know some things are moving and shaking because of that construction. We touched a little bit upon it earlier in the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're even like moving graduations and pinning ceremonies, right? Temporarily.
Yeah. We're going to be at Mountain Dew Park.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was going to call it the other name. At Mountain Dew Park, May 16th. And I believe we start at 10 o'clock, and we'll have our regular graduation, and then we'll have our nursing ADN and LPN pinnings there as well in the same
exciting.
day.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't beat it. Go out in Mountain Dew Park.
Oh, it's a blast.
What a wonderful substitute.
We get to go out and go for a little walk out onto the field, and it was fun. Yeah.
Good.
And so I'll be out there waving and handing out diplomas.
Okay. I'll be in the box. Congratulations. Yeah. Well, so the new entranceway, we were talking about that. I know that there was a little complication, a little hiccup there, right. And we talked about that as well. But we were talking about modernizing campus. What are your hopes for those looks?
So it's pretty outstanding. So the campus is great, and it's got great bones, and it's
great character.
It's always had great character. Yeah. We're doing some things that are going to modernize and hopefully give us some real length and longevity out of some of our projects. You know, we're getting rid of carpeting. Mm-hmm. Carpeting was a great idea back in the 90s, and then we realized it's not such a great idea. Right? You got to replace it a lot. It wears out a lot. We're going with really good, very fine finishes, but finishes that will last for decades.
Okay. So we're going to have generations of students walking on this.
Generations of students walking on that. And so, we're really trying to build on the character and the structure, the bones of the buildings, and really put them set them up for success until, for the next 50 years, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, a little blast from the past. My mom worked at John A. Logan years ago, but
Yeah.
she used to tell me that she remembers the barracks area.
Oh, yeah.
Over there. Now I'm talking way back.
Yeah. The barracks, when they first built the buildings,
Yeah.
So Logan, like all the other community colleges in the state, basically was incorporated back in 1965, 66, and then they had groundbreakings in 67. So 67 is the actual year that the college really started. And then the grounds, right? So I know, I wasn't there.
Right.
I was around, but I wasn't here.
Okay.
But the college started in storefronts, it started in high schools, it started in classrooms all
Right.
over the region until they centralized. They built the barracks, they put the barracks out there, they had the Quonset huts, they had the dome for the athletics area.
Right.
And then they started to build the buildings.
My mom said it kind of came in phases.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. It's like C was built, which is basically where Logan Hall is. It's one of our oldest buildings, built 1971 to 1975. And then around the corner you come into C and E, and those were built in the early 80s, and then you go to G and it's in the 90s, and then so it just kind of moved around until you have the structure that we have now, which was completed, I think. The B communications building had a final refresh in 2010 or 2011.
You've had quite a metamorphosis over the last 40 years or so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and speaking of that, since you have so many construction projects underway, you guys decided to do something about it with a webpage.
Yeah, so we've
Okay.
got some really interesting things coming up. So we have what we call an FMP,
Okay.
which is a facilities master plan.
Yes, that's right.
And so there's a web page that's open right now for people to go to. And so it's a requirement, basically, it's a requirement of the state. Illinois Community College Board requires us to have an FMP, which
Okay.
basically outlines what are we going to do? How are we going to continue to, sustain the buildings, sustain the momentum, make sure that their labs are new and ready and modernized for, the modern technology that we have. And so what we do is every 10 years we do an FMP. And we are at the end of that 10 year from the last FMP. And we are now going to invite our entire region, our community, from students, faculty, staff, and then everyone here. We're going to have an open house that people get to come on March 17th from roughly about 9 o'clock in the morning to about 8 o'clock in the evening. And you can come onto campus and come to the library, and you'll see pictures of those Quonset huts.
See there?
You'll see photos of the campus as it metamorphosed over all the years.
Right.
You'll see pictures from the front store, the storefronts where they had it originally. And then you'll see the progress. And then you'll see some of our renderings of what things are going to look like.
Okay.
And then we're going to ask about 10 questions. And we're going to ask people to answer these questions. What do you need? What do you think we need to do in the future? What kinds of facility changes do we need go over time, for not just for students and learning, but for the community?
Absolutely. Well, that's great. I love the community input as well. And do you do anything with that once you get those answers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We create the facilities master plan.
There you
and,
go.
And it will be a document that everybody will be able to look at and read. And we have to turn it into the state. We'll do that by May.
It's a quick timeline, quick
It's a quick
turnaround.
timeline. But we're working with it. We have a team of architects who are working with us, and then we have our facilities folks and people on campus. We have a committee that's working really hard to put all of this together and make a really nice piece of work that will actually undergird and be part of our strategic long-range plans and part of our student engagement and enrichment plans.
All right. So it all works right into the next, 5 to 10 years for the college?
Yeah, this is really, we're focusing on, we have a strategic long-range plan that we're going to do next year.
Okay.
That will also, we usually do them in 5s. We do 5 years at a time. We're going to do a big 5-year plan, and then we're going to add 5 years as kind of a shadow plan so that you can fit them together. And then you'll fit the facility master plan to that, and you'll put our strategic enrollment management plan underneath that. And all of our plans will work together for the next decade. So it's really about going from 27 to 37.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have a good idea of what we can expect for the next 10 years whenever that is pieced together.
Yeah, it'll be a great roadmap for all the things that we're going to do, all the great things we're going to do for Logan and for our community.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, we're going to move on because you've also, we've got lots of big things happening at
Yeah.
John A. But this is the 200th anniversary of the birth of General John A. Logan. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
First, at the namesake, but what are you doing to celebrate?
So we're going to have, we've had a couple of celebration pieces. We've had a little bit here and a little bit there. We're getting ready. We're also getting ready for our 60th anniversary of the college. So we're kind of blending a lot of this together.
Wow, yeah.
And you know, Logan was just a fantastic human being, right? He believed in unity. He believed in the Union. He led forces as a Union general. He created Memorial Day. I mean, this is a really important character in our history, in our U.S. history, and our region's history, and we love having the namesake. One of the things that he was just very, very adamant about was education, and said, you know, to the future, education it leads to the future. I'm paraphrasing one of
Sure.
things that he said. But he understood the importance of everyone having an education and everyone using education to increase their economic generation, but to increase their place as a human being.
Sure, yeah, just enrich yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so you posted on Facebook saying that you quizzed students about who he was.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did they know?
They knew some. They knew some and they knew little. You know, John A., right? A lot of people
Yeah.
call us John A. Kind of drives me nuts. I like to say the whole thing. But, you know, we asked what his middle name was, Alexander.
Did you get any right answers?
We got some right answers.
Hey, okay.
We got
all
some right answers.
Go students.
You know, a lot of folks, but, you know, they're like, God, you know, who is he? So one of the things that we're going to do that I'm excited about is we have a really great bronze statue of John A. Logan in the back of the campus. When we're done with the new front entrance, I'm going to move that statue out into the front so
There
that
you
you
go.
can go by him. And then have some more of the history of John A. Logan, the commander and the general, what he meant to the region and how important he was. And you can go to certain places in Murfreesboro, or you can go
Yes.
over to
Yeah,
Marion
that's
Square,
true.
and there's a piece there for him there. But we are John A. Logan
Right.
College, right? So you'll be able to walk in. I hope that our students will be able to better answer those questions after they see
Yes,
those.
right? Okay. You'll sprinkle it throughout. Well,
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Overstreet, we've had a lot to talk about. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the college, or for our viewers who may want more information about the college?
Well, you can always come over to the college. The college we're open 5 days a week from 8 till 4:30. It's 618-985-2828 is the number, and you can call that number and it will bring you down to admissions.
Okay.
We're currently enrolling for fall, and we will enroll for fall all the way until 2 weeks into fall. So it's time to register and come into class. We have a lot of offerings for folks who are going back to college or for folks who need to get retrained and rebranded. We're working really hard to get our adult education programs in the right direction and our community ed programs, so we're really excited about that. We have a fantastic fitness center
Yes, you
that's
do.
open to the community.
Yep.
Always encourage people to come over and check out the fitness center. You know, we use that as a gateway a lot to get people interested in coming over to this college.
Come and check out the
Come and check
fitness
it
at
out.
Logan Fitness, right
Yeah,
over
you can
here.
drop in and maybe see a baseball game, a softball game, you know.
Just give them the full tour. Just
get-
work
that's
it in.
right, yeah. So, but you know, we're here for the community. We're excited to be a part of the community, and we're excited for the changes that are coming that are going to be just, you know, they're going to knock it out of the park.
Absolutely. Dr. Overstreet, thank you for taking the time to come on the show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
We always appreciate it. The school is very active on social as well, jalc.edu. We drive over to the website to learn anything else. But I mean, it sounds like you have, I mean, not just a couple months, but several years of a lot of things going on, sir.
It's going to be a busy couple of years.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Of course.